Hi, I'm Chris Wardlaw for CarGurus, and this is the redesigned 2017 Kia Cadenza, a full-size sedan that slots between the much more popular mid-size Optima and the much cooler upcoming Stinger in the automaker's lineup. Now, without getting sidetracked into a discussion of whether or not car companies should even bother building cars like this anymore, let's just say that I don't get the point. Crossovers are king, cars like the Cadenza, not so much. Still, there are people who prefer a sedan and who want as much interior room as possible for as little money as possible. And on this front, the Cadenza delivers. Let's go for a drive and discuss. Now, you can buy a brand new Kia Cadenza for just under $33,000, and that's on par with big cars offered by Buick, Chrysler, and Toyota, but it's more than you're going to pay for a Chevy, a Dodge, or a Ford. But here's the thing though. The Cadenza delivers better value, and not just because of its industry-leading roadside assistance and warranty coverage. Every Cadenza has a powerful V6 engine, heated leather seats, dual-zone automatic climate control, free connected safety and convenience services, a power trunk, and a generous list of amenities. You can upgrade the car with a panoramic sunroof, a luxury package, technology trim, or limited trim. My test car is the Cadenza Limited, which includes everything Kia offers for this car except for a handful of dealer-installed accessories. The price tag is $45,340. The Cadenza is a good-looking car with an upscale appearance. Aside from its Z-shaped front and rear lighting signatures, perhaps its most unique design detail is its concave grille, which is offered only for the technology and limited versions of the car. Inside, my test car's limited trim provides premium Napa leather with quilted bolsters and perforated inserts, and the white leather color contrasts sharply with the otherwise dark decor, giving the Cadenza an undeniably rich and upscale look. Plus, in the limited trim, all the windshield pillars and the headliner are simulated suede. It's like a real luxury car in here. As might be expected at this price point, however, the lower part of the cabin is covered in hard plastic, and the simulated wood trim is obviously not the real deal. The Cadenza certainly delivers when it comes to interior room. Both front seats offer a wide range of adjustment, and there's a bunch of storage space in here too. My limited trim test car also has heated and ventilated front seats and a heated steering wheel. As far as comfort is concerned, softer, denser armrests sure would be nice. Also, during a 3-hour road trip, the seats ultimately lacked support, increasingly feeling like a park bench as I piled on the miles. The back seat is downright cavernous, and my loaded test car has sunshades for the rear and the rear side windows. The seat backs reclined a bit, and in combination with good thigh support and tons of legroom, the Cadenza's back seat is perfect for napping. You know what's missing though? Rear USB charging ports. This omission is a big oversight in a car whose reason for being is, in part, to provide passengers with a large, comfortable, and spacious rear seat. The other reason big cars like the Cadenza exist is trunk space. Here the Cadenza fails to impress, offering just 16 cubic feet of space, which is significantly less than full-size segment leaders like the Chevy Impala and the Ford Taurus. Now, one of my favorite things about the Cadenza, and all Kia models really, is the control layout. There are lots of buttons, there are lots of knobs, they're marked in a legible font, and you can easily find what you're looking for by touch or with no more than a glance away from the road. The approach to the control layout might result in extra visual clutter, but at the same time it makes the car easy to use because you're not distracted by a touchscreen or basic controls used to cycle through menus on the screen or voice prompts that may or may not respond quickly and naturally to you. The problem in the Cadenza, though, is that the climate controls are located where you expect to find the radio controls. Also, direct access to specific radio station presets is available only by going through the screen. Kia installs the latest version of its Your Voice, or UVO, infotainment system in the new Cadenza. Base models have a 7-inch screen, while my test car has the larger 8-inch screen that comes with the navigation system. Both setups come with smartphone projection support in the form of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Both also include UVO e-services, which is free for 10 years and requires a paired smartphone to operate. Now, most other car companies will charge a monthly or annual subscription to these types of services, which include automatic collision notification, a parking minder to help you find your car if you can't remember where you've left it, and safe teen driving features like curfew alert, speed alert, and boundary alert. Additional safety systems in the Cadenza include the usual suspects, but Kia has some work to do with regard to fine-tuning and refining it and making them more sophisticated. During my time with the car, the adaptive cruise control, the blind spot warning system, and the lane departure warning systems all revealed flaws or irritations that made them less enjoyable to use. If I had to summarize the Cadenza's driving experience in a single word, it would be unremarkable. Now, that's not meant to be a disparaging comment. Rather, this Kia drives exactly the way you expect it to. It's reasonably quick, it rides nicely, and it handles decently. If anything, it's not quite as engaging to drive as I've come to expect from Kia models, a brand disconnect that I've also experienced in the company's larger K900 luxury sedan. And maybe that's not a problem for a typical full-size sedan buyer. In any case, the Cadenza is equipped with a 290 horsepower 3.3-liter V6 engine, an 8-speed automatic transmission, and front-wheel drive. Drivers can choose between eco, comfort, and sport driving modes, and there's a smart mode, which is designed to automatically match vehicle response to your driving style. In other words, it learns how you drive, and then the transmission shifts accordingly. And it works pretty darn well, I've got to say. Now, aside from occasionally premature upshifts that I assume are meant to maximize fuel economy, I've got no real complaints at all with the Cadenza's engine and transmission. The paddle shifters on the steering wheel, though, are not much fun to use. And when the gear selectors move to the manual shift gate, it's in constant contact with my leg. But few Cadenza buyers are likely to use either of these features. The EPA says the Cadenza should get 23 miles per gallon in combined driving, and my test car returned 23.3 miles per gallon on my test loop, which I drove primarily in smart mode. When I drove the Cadenza hard in the mountains, the brakes did fade somewhat in mid-70-degree temperatures, but they still executed a panic stop without a problem. And in all other conditions, they responded and performed exactly as I expected, drawing no undue attention to themselves. The electric steering, which is frequently a source of complaint in Kia models, has been upgraded this year with a new processor, and the result is that it's not an issue anymore. The steering provides consistent levels of assist and linear response throughout the range of motion. A Kia tunes the Cadenza's suspension to limit body motion and impact harshness, and the result is stable handling combined with an agreeable ride quality. It's unsettled only by sharper bumps and cracks in the pavement. Oddly though, given the claimed 35% increase in structural stiffness, the new Cadenza seems to flex more than you might expect for a car whose architecture is employing a significant amount of high-strength steel. When you toss this Kia through a tight set of S-curves, the interior creaks. I also found that the Cadenza allows more road noise into the cabin than might be expected, especially considering the steps the company claims to have taken to limit such intrusion. Perhaps blame lies with my test car's 245/40 19-inch tires. In any case, for the typical car buyer, the Cadenza is going to perform exactly as expected. If you enjoy the journey as much as the destination, though, you're probably going to want to consider something else. If somebody asked me if they should buy a new Kia Cadenza, I'd say, sure, why not? That's a non-committal response from a person whose job it is to critique new vehicles. But after putting more than 600 miles on Kia's new full-size sedan, I can't think of a good reason to recommend against one. At the same time, though, I can't effusively recommend in favor of one either. Aside from style and value, which are admittedly important attributes to most car buyers, nothing about the Cadenza is particularly remarkable. In short, it meets expectations. Nothing more, nothing less. Be sure to check out my full review of the Cadenza on CarGurus.com, and if you found this review helpful, please share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. For all of us at CarGurus, thank you for watching.